Hello everyone and welcome back to Austria. So this is Victoria 3 and we're playing as a Colonial Austria this game because, we do hate all historiosity, I suppose, but, yeah. Our colonies are sort of being challenged a little bit. We're being outpaced by the US and outpaced a little bit by the French, but we do have our own sort of area here in Africa, and so far nobody is challenging us for Sulawesi. So we are getting a foothold in Indonesia as well, which could be pretty good for us long term. We should have also by now established an interest in South America, so maybe we can do a colony here. And let's go ahead and get a colony going in Patagonia. I think that'll be a pretty good thing for us. Let's take a look at the growth rates. 47 days. Damn, that's nice. I wonder why. Maybe there's no... Maybe there is no disease. That could explain it. We are researching quinine, which should increase our colonial capabilities even further. And let's see, once those government administration buildings are done, we could probably go up to better education or better health system. Of course, once quinine unlocks, we could go up to a better colonial system, which I think would be probably the first priority, and our weekly cost for bureaucracy is way too high, so we are going to have to focus on a couple of technologies to bring that down, which will then decrease our relative requirement for government wages, which has gone up a lot, as well as goods for government buildings, both of which are way too high for right now. So that should help us kind of alleviate our economy a little bit and allow me to lower taxes, which will hopefully stop pissing off everybody and their brother. So, jeez. Plus 1.46 million from political movements. Yeah, that's just too damn high. We might have to promise agrarianism just to placate people, even if I don't end up passing it, but I don't know if that'll cause a bit of a bad sort of boomerang effect. Now, we have increased our production, so let's take a look at our market, and yeah, so we need dyes, those are on the way. We need wine, which is not on the way. Tools, fish, okay, so all of this is in the production queue. So we have fishing wharves, we have tobacco as well, so no wine. How can we get some wine going? Fruit, coffee, dyes, silk. Okay, so it looks like my rural, yeah, that's going to be the issue. I don't think I have the law set up right now that would let me get wine out of something. Where is that from? Oh, we don't have harvesting tools, really? Get harvesting tools. Seriously. So vineyards under wheat farms would give us wine and drop our fruit and sugar. Let's do it. I think that'll be fine. We can get the fruit and sugar elsewhere. Fruit deficits needs to be solved right now, so we can do that with banana plantations. Sugar through those, so actually let's do this right now. Let's get 5 more of those, and let's get some sugar. But this will allow us to actually get wine as well and become an exporter of fine goods thereby. And plantations build relatively quickly, so that's why I'm not too concerned about kicking things down in the production queue. Getting grocers as well should make people happy, and we can see the increase in standard of living is actually outpacing a little bit the increase from political movements. So, I don't know. This is it's going to be a challenge. That is for sure. But if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing. No home affairs. National Guard would be pretty nice. Political movement, radicalism, secret police would be pretty nice. We could pass this if we had the armed forces in the government. So let's go ahead and get the armed forces into the government. It's going to be kicking out the industrialists, including the armed forces, will cause a slight increase in radicalism, but at this point, frankly, that doesn't matter too much. Decrease in legitimacy is a little bit more of a problem. Requires central archives. Central archives should be almost done. Yeah, so we're going to wait for that until we can get central archives and get the better home affairs. Man, we're going to be just spending for government administration out the wazoo here. But I think that's going to be the only way we can reasonably tamp down on these radicals and solve the matter of Hungary, which has still been unaddressed the entire time. It is now nearly 20 years into the game, And if we could stop discriminating against everybody, we'd have a much more prosperous nation. We'd also have much better population growth, and probably more loyalists as well. People really want closed borders, what the hell? I mean, so that would piss off the industrialists and the petit bourgeois. This would disallow pops from migrating. Hell with it. They want it, let's do it. Maybe it'll decrease radicalism a little bit if we pass that, and it shouldn't cost me anything else. Quinine has been done, which is good. Let's go ahead and finish Central Archives, and come over here to Institutions, where we'll go up to Colonial Affairs 3, and let's also go up to Health System 2. Yes, that means we'll need to build more bureaucratic buildings, but that's okay. As soon as we finish Home Affairs, we should be able to knock down the bureaucracy per capita. And in the meantime, it would be pretty nice... Oh, who is... okay, that's still us. Austrian Patagonia will need a port. Let's do that. And a railway. Let's do that. That should make it no longer isolated, which will also solve our market access problem. And tools are getting expensive. Wine imports are no longer needed. And we can do some exports there as well. So let's do to Bavaria. Why not? And how badly do we need tools? I mean, badly, but it's not the end of the world. It'd be better to get the dyes. It'd be better to get the grocers finished and the dye plantations finished, I think. This is still going up. Don't know why. I'm trying to give you what you want. Jeez. Very well. How long is this going to take to enact? So that's going to be 46 weeks for each. It's not too bad. It's not terrible. In the meantime, we should have seen an increase in... Ooh, hey, we can get more colonies now. But that'll slow down the rate. 25 days, beautiful. Yep, we have gotten rid of disease here, so now that should be growing just like crazy. Which, I mean, heck, that works for me. Let's take a look at over here as well. 11 days. Yeah, that was pretty nice. That was a good decision to expand our colonial game. Okay, so let's see where we could establish a colony that would be worthwhile. I think Gabon would complement our work in fun. So let's go ahead and do that. Now there is disease here, severe malaria. So we did get rid of malaria, but not severe malaria. In order to get rid of severe malaria, I think that's going to be probably farther down here. So quinine, yeah, malaria prevention, which is way too far down the colonial route for us to do before we've gotten a couple other things sorted. OCD plenty is nice, so let's let them celebrate. But we have... Ooh, let me just pause while we do this for just a second. We have an issue with our number of decrees, so unfortunately we're going to have to stop promoting national values there in order to stay in the positive, and let's go ahead and switch our production methods. So urban production methods, right away we're up to 291, which is nice, but we should also be able to increase standard filing system. 1.84 thousand, beautiful. Now we don't need any more buildings for the foreseeable future, and we can get more institution investments. That was a really nice thing there. Identification documents probably aren't needed. Yeah, let's do psychiatry just to get things sort of evened out a little bit. And go up here, go up there. Maximize all of our institutions as much as we can, in the hopes that that will help us out a little bit. 3.32 million in gold reserves is fine. No investment pool. We need people to be more socially mobile than they are. But our GDP is still going up pretty well. It looks like we have just passed Great Britain, so we're the number 3. Maybe we had previously, I don't quite remember. I don't think we had. But certainly this will be good. If we can avoid fracturing to rebels anyway, this should be okay. But they're actually going down. I think giving them closed borders has been decreasing some amount of radicalism. Hopefully if we pass that, there should be a big decrease. And then maybe we can see about passing multiculturalism or doing another war. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. We should also focus on getting our navy up and running, and it looks like there's a diplomatic play that I can't see because I don't have an interest here going on. So, Ottomans are attacking Egypt. All Egypt wants is war reparations. That's so boring. But yeah, they're not going to win it. It'd be kind of funny to see the war break out, but I think, I mean, I would expect the Ottomans to back down. maybe they think they can do it. Maybe they have some genius general or something like that, and they think that they can get away with it. But I guess we'll see. No sense in taking a guess beforehand. Okay, looks like the Americans are going to take all of that section. And who is this? Oh, okay, they're natives. Fine. Have we stopped growing? No. 3 days there, another 50 days here. Is that going north? It is. Interesting. This is a separate state, so we will need a port and a rail there. And that is going to grow pretty slowly, just because of the seas. That's alright. We're growing pretty quickly other places. We can already see very nice work into, I guess, what should be Chile, but yeah, Chile's doing that as well. Will not make them happy with us. But there's pretty nice, so coal mines here. We should also see sulfur, and we're going to get other raw goods in La Plata as time goes on. So that should be pretty nice. And I'm looking forward to being done with Celebs, because then we might be able to go on to somewhere else. 20 days, absolutely beautiful. Looking very nice there. Okay, finally down below 13 million. Jeez, 13 million. So many pops who are radical. That's absurd. But if we can get home affairs, so I know migration controls is one thing, but if we can get secret police, which now we can pursue, it's only a 7% chance to enact, but if we can get secret police, that should slow the political movement radicalism enough to help as well. And then I'm just doing this because I think we need to be more stable than we are. And, well, there's only one way to do that. Or, you know, we could just YOLO it and go in after more oppression states. But after that last fiasco, where, of course, if you weren't around for that, we had to fight them over Silesia and Brandenburg. We fought the French as well. We barely won the war, probably shouldn't have. It was a bit of a trick of the front management system. It then had an immediate revolt. It then crushed the revolt, but the revolt had a revolt, and we had to then attack the revolt's revolt to get back Silesia. So I have no desire to get more North Germanic people again and have everything revolt, including Brandenburg and Silesia, again. I get the feeling that would be not what we want. So let's take a look at whose relations we can improve, or if we can get some trade going. Could get a trade agreement with Russia. This will drop our money quite a bit, as we'll lose income from mercantilism. See, can we get an alliance with them without doing that? We already owe them an obligation. You know what, let's hold off on that for right now. I don't think our economy is strong enough. Oh wow. I hope everyone's alright. Sounds like there's a fire nearby. Okay, 81.8 thousand spent on paper, and that's what's sinking us right now. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's get some paper mills going in Austria. Let's get 3 there. Parma wants a defensive pact, Modena wants an alliance. Neither one of these is going to happen. If anything, you guys will become my puppet states. But that's not for right now, unfortunately. Arms industries, paper mills, fishing wharves would be pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. We're surviving. Still alive, but, you know, we're barely breathing. I couldn't help it. I do apologize. Alright. Yeah, the Ottomans should not have started this. They're just getting wrecked. And the stupid thing is that Egypt could take so much in this, and instead they're just going to get war reparations, which will probably barely justify the cost of the war. Rifling unlocked, very nice. That was from passive gain, so let's see, urban and arms industries, rifles. Increases tool usage again. Modernization of the arsenal. 9 years, migration attraction, or we can get work toward repeaters. Let's get the progress toward repeaters. People are leaving, North Germans are leaving. That's fine. That's alright. I mean, though they won't be able to once we get closed borders. There is a downside to that, which means we'll keep radical populations we otherwise wouldn't have to. But this is getting a little ridiculous. The number of people migrating out is way too high, and I thought discriminated populations couldn't go. So why are the North Germanic people not discriminated against? Let's see, cultures, primary. So we're primary South German. That's why North German people aren't. So South German people. Ooh, we're getting other South Germans. No, we're not. South Germans are leaving. Yeah, we need to close the borders. We actually just lost population there, big time. Interesting. 3 migrations out, all in a matter of weeks. Not really what you want. Close borders. Perfect. Good job. Keep everyone here. Nobody's allowed to leave. Totalitarianism and all that. Let's just do a couple of those because we need more wood on the market. And I only want a couple of those done quickly. The rest can do their usual sort of priority at the end of the line. That's alright. Okay, so that's about 15 minutes. So that's all we've got for you guys today. Thank you all for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon.